This is Steve Ridgel, and I want to tell you about my friend Angela. Angela became a Christian just this past Sunday. She was born again. But I want to tell you a little bit of her story for a couple of reasons. One is I hope it inspires you to talk to people about Jesus. And I hope it helps you realize that you got a part to play in bringing people to Jesus. And so here's a little bit of Angela's journey. I met Angela when she started coming to church with her fiance Joseph. Now they had been together before Joseph went to prison. Joseph was converted right before he went to prison. When he got out, he kind of came back with a vengeance to serve the Lord. Started coming to Hillcrest with Gary and Sarah Stone, good friends of his that had stood by him the whole way, and started bringing people from his halfway house. Well, he and Angela reconnected, and Angela moved to Abilene to be near him, and of course immediately he asked her to church, and Angela started coming. Now Angela also decided when she came to Abilene that she would defeat some of her demons. She would start trying to get clean and to live a different life than the one she had grown up and been in. And she loved church. She enjoyed the Bible classes she went to. She enjoyed the sermons. She enjoyed going to the journey class on Wednesday nights with other people who were seeking Jesus. Angela decided she wanted to know about Jesus enough. She wanted to hear the stories of Jesus. And so she'd come over and spend time with some other people, and we'd tell Jesus stories. And she would write down where to read that story. She'd go home and read it for herself. We'd give her a Bible verse to read and think about all week. And she would do that and meditate on that. And you could just see the joy in her life and the happiness in her life. Now, Satan didn't like it. She found a job and lost a job and got injured on a job all in a short time. But she never got discouraged. Never thought that never blamed God for any of that. She just said, this is Satan trying to stop me from following God. And so it wasn't long before she decided that she really wanted to follow Jesus, to make that permanent commitment, to be born again. And so last Sunday, Joseph and their good friend Gary, who's done a lot of the study with a lot of Joseph's friends, and they baptized Angela into Christ. Now it was kind of neat because I was also up there with them and talked a little bit, told Angela's story. My wife Marcia was in the baptistry to support Angela because it's pretty neat to see friends and family that surround you. And Angela and Marcia have gotten to be friends. And so she was in there. One of the most striking things that happened, I think I'll remember all of my life, is in front of that whole church, there were two really neat things. One is her son Anthony, who we're talking to and who's starting his own Jesus journey. He wanted to be around his mom's baptism. Now, Anthony's probably mid-20s. And he said, is there anything I can do to be part of that? And so he opened and closed the baptistry doors. And you know what? You say, well, that's no big deal. But it was really sweet and precious because he wanted to do something to be part of his mom's journey to Jesus. And it starts his own journey. And so I thought that was pretty special. The other thing really struck me, when we were getting ready to baptize Angela, we asked her what she believed about Jesus. And she said, he's my Lord and Savior. He's the one who died for my many sins. You know, I've heard a lot of people say Jesus died for my sins. But I was really struck by the depth and the power of that, my many sins. And so I really love her for that confession. And boy, we put her, Gary and Joseph baptized her, and she hugged me and hugged them and hugged Marcia, and it was just a great and a sweet and a precious time. So Angela, my new sister, thank you for your love for Jesus, your commitment to follow him, and I pray God blesses you and Joseph for a long, long time, and you help many people come to Jesus. I even hope this story helps people decide to get on their Jesus journey.